えないって言ったでしょ。
なんで冷たくするんですか？ごめんなさい。
ちょっとやめ、もうこれ持って今すぐ帰って。
昔みたいに優しくしてくださいよ。
ちょっとダメ。
ごめんなさい。
ダメ、ごめん。
ごめん。
ダメ。
ごめん。
落ちちゃう。
もう電話するなって言われたのに、すいません。これが最後です。昨日の明け方、兄貴が死にました。今日これから葬式をして兄貴を送ります。
お米食べて元気出して。
いや、お姉さんお元気で。俺またお姉さんって言ってるわ。すいません。
てっちゃん。
お姉さん、今留守電に。
てっちゃん、お願いがあるの。
Welcome to Crazy Eiga, and yes, I changed the series name, Sue me. Lots of times when I see a movie, I'll like the first quarter of it and end up not liking or even hating the rest of the movie. It's a devastating but very common experience because once a movie isn't great, you the viewer kind of experience that hell of spending more time wondering if you're wasting your time rather than just enjoying what's on the screen in front of you. However, sometimes a movie sneaks up on you. It starts off quietly. It doesn't seem to have much going for it, but just before you give up on it, that's where it gets you. Suddenly, through subtlety, your sticking with the movie has paid off. It begins to deliver delightful little bits and ends up being quite nice and worthwhile. That's where Capturing Dad catches you. By the way, the title of this movie in Japan is Chichio Torini. That seems to be a pun. Chichi means dad and boobs, depending on how rude you are in Japanese. And the movie is about a dad, and there are jokes about boobs in it, so I think it's intentional. Nice little Easter egg. 2012's Capturing Dad concerns two daughters, a student and a hostess, who live a typical, if somewhat stifled life with their very cold mother, who doesn't seem to express much appreciation or love towards her children. At least, not at first. Over sushi one night, Mom drops a bomb on the daughters. Their dad, that guy who left them as children to live a separate life somewhere else, is dying. The mother asks the kids to attend his funeral, and then gives them a very strange mission. Take this camera and take a photo of your father's dying face, so that she, the mother, can enjoy his final moments. Okay, very normal, Mom, thanks. With this dark mission ahead of the two, the girls leave to attend the funeral. There, they grapple with meeting strangers, hovering in the corner of extremely awkward moments, and discovering just who their father really was. Will they take that photo for the mother? Or will they bring back something more than she can ever expect? This is an extremely bare-bones, shot-on-video movie that really focuses on environments, scenery, human interactions, and subtle drama from situations. Capturing Dad is a quiet example of scenes from life, where individuals are roses that wind their way around and through the stiff trestles of societal expectations and rules. Roses that don't know where they came from, but hope to reach the sun as they head towards a brighter tomorrow. Capturing Dad does eventually deliver, despite how I had my doubts about its slow start. The minimalism of Capturing Dad is its strength, not its folly, and it never really ventures too far into the realm of cold art, maintaining a warm humanity and sardonic sense of humor throughout. Those situations I mentioned about the funeral, they're extremely relatable, and maybe you will find them as familiar as I did. Here you are, mourning an unexpected death in the family, some distant relative, or maybe someone you actually knew. But anyway, you're attending an event with many people that you probably haven't seen that much. But now here you are in this really not ideal situation, having to reacquaint with them, and everyone feels absolutely awful and are crying their eyes out. It's really weird. The movie captures that really, really well. It really gets that feeling of hovering in a corner and wondering what to do while strangers are openly bawling before you. Even if you are confused, though, you might find that you're moved. and this movie is incredibly accurate in its representation of snakish and cutthroat families, and how evil they can get over inheritance. You'll see this in some particularly stirring and frankly angry scenes. I had some flashbacks watching this one. Ugh. So, Capturing Dad is about that awkwardness, that darkness, that confusion that death brings to the living. Yet, it's also about how we discover how much we are, or are not, like the people who brought us up, or in this case, didn't raise us at all. Really though, how much of who we are is nature, and how much of it is nurture. How much of us is because of someone, or in spite of someone, and what they've done or haven't done. How much of the shared assumption that we call knowledge is actually the truth, after all. To be given the answers to these questions in the movie, there's a steady use of flashbacks to develop Capturing Dad's story. Here in these scenes is where the real emotion of the movie is. It lives here, breathing in these scenes and what they reveal about the deceased father and his relationship with the mother and the daughters, way back when. The movie goes from softly comedic moments of embarrassment to these moving pictures of life, of a father and a mother, a life that we may have all lived, a picture that we might recognize, painted vividly with the regrets of the past, tragedies of the now, and everything else forever. Back and forth, these scenes play out, like the lapping of time on the shores of our lives. It really creates a beautiful relationship. Overall, I'd compare Capturing Dad to the movie works of Hirokazu Koreeda and his extremely popular Japanese movies. He's probably the most popular Japanese director right now, at least in Japan. I don't know about the States, but he has really good movies. So if you enjoy his work, you'll likely find something to enjoy in this tonally similar movie, Capturing Dad. Also, you may enjoy the Japanese movie Departures, which also deals with funerals. Great movie too. I have to give Capturing Dad 4 smoking children out of 5. You won't regret getting caught up in this one. Thank you so much for watching Crazy Eiga. I actually found this movie by way of recommendation on Reddit. I even have a review by the person who recommended it to me after I asked them for their opinion on it. So, user Rimaned0 stated, I mainly liked Capturing Dad because it seemed like a realistic, believable, honest, human depiction of a journey that 2 sisters could have in those circumstances. Also, some cultural aspects were unknown to me, like the funeral cremation scenes. So, this user had a good time watching this movie and they learned something. As far as movie experiences go, that's pretty good. Tell me your favorite Japanese movie in the comments. Ask about a movie that, you want to see. Hey, is this any good? I'll tell you if it is or not. I might even review it. Word of mouth is the best way to find movies. So, you already know the spiel about subscribing. I'm not going to go into that. Instead, let me thank you, the viewer, again for watching Crazy Eiga. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let me know what you thought of Capturing Dad. Thanks.